Hello and welcome to liveoddsandscores.com for the first Euro 2012 football betting preview for the match between Poland and Greece, this year's opener. How are we going to get some early cash in this tournament, do you think?
I don't know, well I quite like Poland, and I wasn't initially convinced by your enthusiasm for them, but now I do quite like them. I don't mind the evens with Bet365 about them to win this opener, and I'm getting more drawn towards the 50-1 for them to win the tournament overall.
Yeah, like you said, I've absolutely cracked into that 50-1. I've got a bit of 66-1 as well on Poland to win the outright. I think, in my opinion, I think they're going to get through this group. I think it's a weak group. They'll get through, and then it's 3 games. And I know, it's all I've bang on about this, but 3 games of football isn't much. 50-1 is an enormous price. Crack into that on the outrights. In terms of the game, though, historically, the opening clashes of these major football tournaments always a bit cagey. The teams are trying to mould themselves back together. They've been playing, club football. They're still not quite working as teams. But and especially teams like Poland and Greece, they've got strong defences. They'll be looking to really make sure they don't concede, and they won't be concentrating so heavily on their strikers. The draw is 9-4 with Bet365, and I think that's a pretty fair price in my opinion. I think I'd probably rather have my money there, especially with Greece, who've obviously got form in this tournament. They're a former champion of this tournament. So Greece can't be disrespected, although their team really looks very poor this year. I can see, if there's going to be one team that's going to win this, for me it's going to be Poland, but it won't be by many, I doubt, and that again is represented in the under 2.5 goals market, where they're 4-9 a general price for there to be under 2.5 goals, which I think is pretty poor price.
Yeah,
I don't
want to be backing 4-9 shots at all, really.
Yeah, I mean 7-4 with Stan James on there being over 2.5 goals. I don't think that's a bad. I don't even think that's a terrible price. There's no reason why players like Lewandowski can't actually knock in a goal. And actually Lewandowski's 5-1 with to be first goal scorer with a few bookmakers, Ladbrokes I think in particular, 5-1. And I think that's not bad, because I can't really see the goals coming from anywhere else.
Yeah. Well, he's the obvious man to go to, but I don't know. I think that because he's such an obvious, he's the obvious guy, that price maybe doesn't represent that much value, because that's what most people will be going for.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're definitely right about that. And he's 13-8 of Paddy Power to score any time. Again, I think we can leave those alone. Final bet. What are you going to go for?
I don't know, I do quite like the evens with Bet365 for Poland to win the game. I think hopefully they can get their tournament off to a good start. And
I'm just going to go with the form figures, 9-4 on the draw, but Bet365, I think that's it. I think that's a fair price, because I think a draw is likely. Anything over 2-1 in the draw I'm going to be taking. Cheers.